national trials took place in Randburg recently. And hey, if you're not there, you missed out. But hey, because the Warriors is always there for you, you'll never miss. Because hey, here's what we brought home for you.
Sinamukele ku-Sanshou Fighting lapho impi ye-full contact iqhubeke khona kwi-South African Wushu Federation Sanshou Trial. Njengoba nje abagadi bebeyilungiselela ama-finals, i-South African Wushu Federation ibimatasatasa ilungiselela umqhudelwano we-Wushu yo-champion bomhlaba ezobanjelwa eVietnam ngoDisemba.
Sanshou is a form of free fighting, and it is governed in terms of the International Wushu Federation Sanshou rules. Now, what that really entails is it involves fighting, including punching, kicking, and throwing. Now, what's very unique about Sanshou fighting as opposed to other forms of karate or Muay Thai or boxing is that you fight not in a ring, but on a platform, on what is called a lei tai. The fighting involves scoring points through contact with the leg and the fist to the head, to the torso, and then the throwing techniques. You can come from any Chinese martial arts system, any background of Chinese martial arts, and you can compete in Sanshou as long as you're then competing along the lines of the rules. So you can utilize any techniques that fall within the confines of the rules.
Round one of the finals, and Chris Mears in black soon gets down to work against Andre Greyling. Although Mears knocked his opponent down, he receives a warning for striking the back of the head. Determined not to lose his rhythm, Mears soon carried on with his demolition of the defenseless Greyling, making no bones about who's the boss. And the show goes on with more knockdowns to get valuable points. The second round was a repeat of the first, with Greyling landing on and off the lei tai platform more and more. A predictable end, no surprises, as Chris Mears is declared winner. The 60 to 65 kilogram final saw one of the quickest knockouts. Trying hard to recover against the 10 count by referee Ashley Branford, Thando Msomi never stood a chance. And Lindani Kubeka is elated at his fantastic knockout win. In one of the harder fought finals of the two-day tournament, Brendan Schlitzer from Roodepoort came up against an equal Spiwe Ngcipe from Cape Town. Throwing an opponent down or off the platform is allowed, but no points are allocated if both fighters fall to the ground. As the fight draws on, Schlitzer started to show signs of fatigue, with the referee giving a standard count as the rules dictate, but to no avail, as Ngcipe is declared winner, with Schlitzer conceding the bout. Oliver Sondesi piling on the pressure, with Simon Cleary trying to defend himself. Although Cleary did land a solid blow or two, Sondesi kept advancing with a steady pace. More points as Cleary falls off the lei tai platform. With the decision to carry on, the fight resumes, but not for long, as a weakened Cleary is in no position to defend against Sondesi's onslaught. The end of the bout and a predictable outcome, with Sanshou gaining ground. What is the significance of the tournament?
Well, today's trials and championships are firstly to place national champions in their respective weight divisions for the sport of Sanshou in South Africa, and secondly to select a team that will represent South Africa at the 8th World Wushu Championships that will be held in Hanoi, Vietnam in December this year. The international standard is extremely high. Certain countries in Asia are actually professional Sanshou athletes, and that's who South Africa will be going to compete against. We're looking at selecting 6 men and 4 women. That's the maximum allowed for a national team to participate at the event. So we need to try and select the best possible candidates to do well in their weight divisions at that event. All participants that go to the World Wushu Championships would have to be selected by the South African Wushu Federation, so they'd all have to come to this trial in order to stand for eligibility for the national team.
back to the finals and one of the few women's fights that provided some good action in the 65 to 70 kilogram category. Sandra Ackerman executing a throw, but Domfu Dildamini was in no mood for compromises as both women got down to a long and drawn-out fight. Although Dlamini put up a vain attempt, Ackerman slowly but surely piled on the points and in the end a well-earned first place in the finals.
Just for one night, we brought you some of the best wushu techniques from some of the best Chinese performers. Wushu, wushu, wushu.
The culmination of the two-day Sanshou tournament saw a spectacular performance by the visiting Guangxi Wushu Team direct from China. How popular is wushu becoming in South Africa?
The South African Wushu Federation has been trying for a number of years to promote wushu in our country, and we've invested a lot of time and effort on the part of many individuals to bring together old faces and to improve the standard and knowledge of wushu in our country. The visit from the Chinese delegation, first of all, not only helps expose wushu in our country, but it helps improve the standard, because the quality of wushu that we'll be seeing this evening is truly of the highest level in the world. Aside from improving the quality and standard of wushu in our country and expanding the growth and knowledge of wushu, it also brings together closer relations between us and the Chinese Wushu Association. And that in itself assists us in making new friends. It assists us in creating stronger bonds and relations between us and the Chinese, as well as between us and other countries in Africa and around the world.
With a World Federation in place representing over 100 countries, including the South African Wushu Federation, wushu is becoming increasingly popular.
I firmly believe that this visit is of great significance in terms of the good relations between the Chinese Wushu Association and the South African Wushu Association, as well as good relations, friendship among peoples of the two countries.
Ama-fighting set engakaze abonwe aboniswe ihambele ukuze sibone phela ukuthi umkhalambazo usuthuthuka kangakanani ukusukela kuleza ikhadi ze-Chinese Kung Fu ukufikela kwisimodern sesimanje manje. La ma-athlete abonisa ukushesha kombane ngendlela eyihlukene kwi-Chinese martial arts. Ukusebenza kanzima ngokuyikhandla kwamashayina kwabeke ezingeni eliphezulu nokwenze adlondlobala kulo mdlalo, kodwa amanye amazwe nawo asandule kakhulu kuShayina ngokukhuphula izinga, njengoba nje ne-United States ayibekile phansi, kanti namanye amazwe ase-Europe awazibekile neze phansi ayakhuphuka. I-3 sectional staff yona eyisikhali sendabuko yase-China iyithuluzi elithandwayo nelethenjiwe, kanti njengoba i-South African Wushu Federation iyilunga le-International Wushu Federation kusukela ngo-2003, ama-South African Wushu practitioners angabe eyilungiselela ukuqhudelana nompetha bomhlaba lapho izinga elizobe liphezulu njengaleli eliboniswa yiqembu lase-China.
Development has been high on the agenda of the Wushu Federation, both locally and internationally. Only with the help of the private sector can South African martial artists gain experience and reach a level of world standard, which will eventually allow them to compete on an equal platform against the giants of the sport.